What is up, haters and supporters? My name is Nico, and I am uploading a video to YouTube every single day so I get better at speaking to the camera. Today, I expect absolutely 0 views, even though I usually get like 10, because today is going to be one of my lowest effort videos. I have not thought about what the heck I'm going to be talking about. So here we go. Actually, you know how I'm speaking because I want to get better at speaking? Well, today, last night, oh my gosh, I hate the way I look. Last night, I got this comment on the video that I uploaded yesterday, and the comment was, I don't know how someone who speaks so terribly can have a successful business. I mean, he was talking about my eyes being twitchy, and I don't know what else he said. And I don't know, maybe I was tired, or maybe I have some tics that I'm not aware of. But man, that kind of ruined my night, and I went to sleep not in a good mood. And as I'm saying this to you, as I'm proclaiming my bad mood to you, I can't help but feel weak. I feel slightly vulnerable. I feel like I'm being exposed to judgment, because I feel like a lot of you, half of you are gonna be like, it's okay, man, it's hard, people are mean, and you're gonna be nice towards me. And half of you are more like, bro, shut up, you're uploading videos, you need to be a total rock and alpha male that accepts criticism and haters, because I don't know. It's actually and then there's the haters, which say that hating is justified because you're posting an online video. So what do I think about each of those claims? The claims that validate my, I think literally every claim, if there's a large enough people claiming that claim, has at least some truth to it. Yeah, I think, yes, people can be mean, and I think I do deserve, or it's beneficial for me to receive some type of validation that my feelings are valid. But at the same time, it is very true that my life would be better if I just stopped caring. The thing is, I think the best way to be is the people who claim that I should be stronger. I think I should be stronger. It's the main problem I have with that mindset is that the people who make those claims don't care. The people who are nice to me and validate my emotions and who validate your emotions, they actually care. They want to show you love. The people who say just be stronger, bro, 99.9% of them don't do it from a place of love, but they do it from a place of self-righteousness. They sense your insecurities, your fears, and they think, I'm better than this. I think making fun of him or leaving a hate comment will make me feel better about myself. Actually, they don't think that consciously, but that's what's going on in their subconscious mind. That explains why they do it. But if you were to ask them why they do it, they're probably gonna say some stupid thing like, oh, I just saw him being weak, therefore I'm just gonna give him some tough love and say it how it is. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. People who claim to say stuff as they are. The majority of, it's not the way that they are, it's the way that they were programmed to be. And they just justify and rationalize their behavior. I'm not saying it's bad. That's literally every single one of us. Even if you're the nicest person in the world, you justify and rationalize your behavior, even when it's bad, even when people criticize you, because that's what humans do. It's literally every single one of us. We are not better than the other. We were just programmed differently. And I'm saying that none of us are better than the others, and we are just programmed differently. It would be a fair criticism of you to tell me, okay, then why do you care so much? Why do you judge other people if you acknowledge that everyone's just programmed and they kind of have no free will and no say in what they do? Fair point. To that, I will say, I'm an imperfect human, and the best version of myself would probably judge 99.9% less, and they would judge better with a more empathetic tone, with a stronger tone, with a more empowering tone, with a more serious tone, whatever it seems fit. That's one of the biggest life lessons that I've learned that I still need to apply, is that it's not about taking the right action, because there's a millions of right actions. It's about what percentage of each action do you take. Like, for example, opposing advice. Either go light and don't, for example, advice that seems contradicting. Some people will say, go easy, you're just a beginner. And some people will say, you have no time, you have to go hard or else you won't make it. I think the vast minority of people will be better off with either extremes of the advice. Like maybe out of every 100 people, 2 will be really good at applying the advice of just go extremely hard, and 2 will be really well with the example of going really light. The majority would be somewhere in the middle, and I'm not saying strictly down the middle. That's why you have to self-analyze and take the best action for you. You know, being self-conscious brings so much problems as well. You can be self-conscious in a good way and a bad way. Self-conscious is giving a bad rep, but all it really means is it means being conscious of what you're doing. So you have to know yourself really well, and then you have to not fall for the negative effects of self-consciousness, which means you have to use your self-consciousness a right amount. Some of us, it will be a lot of self-consciousness in the right moment, and sometimes you just gotta be a little stupid and just take action. Most contradictory advice, most advices, most opinions that anyone holds has some truth to it, no matter how stupid you think they are. Let me give you an opinion that I think most people think is really stupid, but I don't know. I don't care. I'm gonna tell you anyways, and it's what I believe. Trigger warning, I guess. You're not a better person than Hitler. I believe, given the right circumstances, you could have been Hitler, because I believe humans are just like computer programs, just like computer systems. They are programmed to be a certain way, given their genetics, what's inside their head, plus their upbringing. Change something major in Hitler's life, and it would have probably changed. Change something major in Mother Teresa's life, and she would have probably been a normal person. Or, I don't know, the random thug in LA in a bad neighborhood. He could, of course he's going to be the way that he is going to be a gangster, or giving a little bit more of good motherly or loving people around him, he might turn out fine. All right, I'm not a psychologist. You probably think you're so much smarter than me. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. My IQ, if you look, is slightly above average, nothing crazy. God bless you if you believe in love, or that all things happens for a reason, then you already kind of believe in God, because I believe that's what God is. But who am I to know? I'm just a measly human little being who honestly thinks the most accurate thing you can say is that you barely don't know anything. But it's kind of self-contradictory. Does that make sense? Because if you claim you don't know anything, then you don't know that.